I should never have to question how a person feels about me. I should never have to question for a second if I'm worth it. I should never have to think about what this lady said to me, you know, years ago about me not being able to find out.
Hey, it's Jose, here to slay. Where's Thor?
But for him, now tell me, player.
What's up, y'all? I'm back for another video. So, I'm just jumping right into it. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like overwhelmed. I feel like it's just like a lot going on. And I haven't really like, I'm not over my cousin's death. Like, I don't know. Like, I drive an hour from work. And it takes me a little bit, like, to get home. So, like, in that time, I think. And I always, since it happened, I think about it. And, like, I just really want to vent. So, I'm about to park. But, like, I feel overwhelmed. And this is going to be on my phone, not on my camera. Because I don't feel like going in the house. I'd rather do this right here. But I feel overwhelmed. Like, I feel like I don't want to, you know how, okay. Tell me if y'all are like this. Y'all can comment down below if y'all are like this. Like, when y'all got, like, a lot going on, you do everything to avoid thinking about it. So, like, me, what I did in my case was I started talking to mad dudes, like, talking to mad guys, and downloading all these dating apps just to, like, start talking to people and keep a distraction going so I don't have to think about my life. And, you know, when people be asking me, like, on these sites and stuff, they're like, oh, what are you on here for? What are you here for? Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, for a distraction. I'm like straightforward and I'm to the point because I'd rather people know my intent. Like, I'm doing this for a sole purpose. My sole purpose is just to keep my mind off of everything else that's going on. So, like, I'm so hurt by my cut. Like, I'm still hurt by it. Like, I want to go visit his wife and the kids. But, like, I'm low-key, I'm kind of scared. Like, I'm kind of scared. Like, the last time I went out there, it was for the funeral and stuff like that. But then I want to go back because I want to see everybody. But I'm, like, I don't know. Like, I'm just scared. Like, I know I'm going to have to do it regardless or whatever. But I'm scared. Like, if I was trying to avoid thinking about him, that's over with. Because I'm going to have to think about him. Especially when I get there. So that it's kind of tough. Then, so, like, I was going to make, like, a separate video for this, but screw it, I'm just going to throw everything into one. And I'm not going to really edit this video because it's just not for that right now. But, so the dude I was talking to or whatever, I started talking to him a couple months ago or whatever. And, like, we hit it off. Let me just, you know, give the positives about him. Like, first of all, he's, like, 6'4". We'll start with that. You already know I like him tall. He's handsome. Like, he's smart. He's a go-getter. Like, he reminds me of the male version of me. And, like, he's very protective. Like, I don't know. It's just a lot of stuff that I like about him. And we vibe so easy. Like, we could talk about whatever. You understand what I'm talking about? Like, and he has, like, the New York accent. You know, I live for that. Like, it was working out. Like, we were doing, like, really, really well, blah, 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 so on and so forth. Then some crap came up. He fell into some crap. Don't want to really give out his business like that or whatever, but he got into some crap or whatever. So, I didn't hear from him. And this was, like, the end of, like, January. And then he wound up hitting me up like 6 weeks later, like, this is what happened. So, when he finally, you know, when everything started to surface and he was telling me, like, what was going on or whatever, blah, 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 he told me, like, he changed his number. And to find my number, what he did was he called his, like, phone service and basically asked them to read the last couple numbers that he's called, and he gave, like, dates and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. And he just chose the number that he thought was, like, closest to mine, and it actually was mine. So he texted my phone the day after his birthday, because I texted him on his birthday because I didn't hear from him. I texted him on his birthday, like, happy birthday, and that was it. I didn't hear anything back until the next day, and I'm like, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So apparently he changed his number, and because he wanted to get rid of a few people, but he's really missed me. He was like, he's really off me. He really wants to blah, blah, blah. Then, like, I told him to call me, and he was like, okay, I'm gonna call you when, something. I forgot what was going on. I think he was with his boy or whatever. So then he screenshot with his screen because he was trying to let me know that his phone was dying. And my name was under, what did it say? My future wife, maybe. Or whatever, under my name or whatever. And I thought that was, like, so cute. Like, just little stuff that he was doing, just saying all this stuff. And he was asking me, like, do I have a boyfriend yet? And he asked me if I'm talking to anybody else. And I told him, like, yeah, I talked to, like, a bunch of dudes. And he was asking me why. I said, because I got a lot of stuff going on for my distraction. And I want to talk to people, blah, blah, blah. So he was like, well, you're single. You can do that. Yeah, I know I can. I don't need your permission. Thank you, but no thank you. And, you know, I was telling him, like, it was this one guy. I don't even think I even got into details about this one dude or whatever. But he was, like, basically saying, like, he'll punch the dude in his face because he wants to be with me and blah, 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 so on and so forth. So I'm starting little by little to, like, get into him, like, get used to talking to him because we was talking every day. He was calling me, and, you know, and he's about to move closer to me because he lives, like, 2 hours away right now because of, that's just where his family and stuff is at. But he was actually moving to Philly, close to me or whatever, and it was supposed to be a whole movie. Like, he was moving in, and I was going to come over there, and I had plans to cook for him. I was going to make his favorite or whatever because he loves, like, fried chicken and mashed potatoes, so, like, homemade or whatever. I was going to make that for him and just figure out a vegetable or whatever. And I was going to buy him a little pot set or whatever so that he, like, just like a housewarming thing or whatever, just to say welcome or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Because that's just how I am, period. So I was planning on doing that or whatever. And, like, 2 days before he moved into his crib, I heard nothing from him at all. The last thing we talked about was, like, some crap that was going on with his niece. And him, you know, working to get, like, custody and crap like that. Blah, blah, blah. And I told him, like, if you need any legal advice, let me know because I went through the same stuff and blah, 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 so on and so forth. Like, I was going to really have his back because I worked with the whole custody thing and all. I dealt with that. So if he needed any help, I had his back. He was like, oh, okay, babe, I'll talk to you later. That was the last time I heard from him. Now, I thought to, like, what if the same thing happened again or whatever that happened the first time? And then I thought to myself, like, you know what? No. Like, no. Because we talked about it. I told him, you know, like, if anything comes up, you make sure somebody gets in touch with me and let me know. Or whatever the case may be. I don't know, whatever so have you. But you make an effort for who you want to make an effort for. And I'm not beat no more because that shit kind of mess with my self-esteem. Like, think about it. Like, I already have in my mind, like, since that lady said that crap about me not finding love because of who I am and blah, 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 that always sticks in my mind until it's not in my mind anymore. You understand? So we went through all this. You did all that. You said all of this to do what? To just not talk to me no more. Like, and that's going to mess with my self-esteem. Like, I wasn't as hurt about it as the first time. The first time it was more like, what the hell is going on? Like, I don't even know. But this time I'm more like, come on, like, dog, I'm not dealing with this. So one of my homegirls at work was like, because I was talking about it at work, and she's like, so what if he hit you up? Like, what if he just hit you up, like, today or tomorrow, whatever? I said, and I'm going to let him know I'm not interested anymore. Like, honestly, like, I like him and I like the things about him, but I should never have to question how a person feels about me. I should never have to question for a second if I'm worth it. I should never have to think about what this lady said to me, you know, years ago about me not being able to find out. That stuff should never come up. If you are interested in me and we are talking, you should always make me feel as though that I'm secure and I'm good. You should make me feel like I have nothing to worry about. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not about to go through that. I'm not. So if he does decide to come back again or whatever the case may be, I'm going to let him know, like, I'm not interested in you. Like, I'm sorry. Like, if you want to be cool, we can be cool. But anything other than that, I can't bang with you like that, because I'm not looking to be questioning if I'm sufficient or if I'm good enough for somebody. Like, no, I'm not. Like, I know I deserve love. I know I deserve to be happy. I know I deserve somebody that is going to be good for me. I feel like I said, there's always one person for everybody. And I feel like that one person is out there for me. You're just not it. You're not it anymore. Like, that's just it. There's no way that you could do that to somebody like that. I was really crying about that earlier or whatever. Like, it just added on to my other problems that I got going on in my life, period. And I was thinking about it, and I'm like, this should not be an issue. If anything, he should be keeping my mind off of life. You understand what I'm saying? Like, off of the negative stuff that's going on in my life. Like, he should be right there by my side, not anything different. What was the point of you coming back? You could have stayed gone. That's how I felt. You could have stayed gone. You could have stayed doing, unless you're dead and I don't know about it, or you incarcerated or something, I don't know about it, there's no excuse. Period. Like, period. None. I don't feel like I deserve that. Maybe so. Maybe God has his own plans for me. I don't know. But as I think about it, you understand, like, in my mind, I feel like I don't deserve for people to do that to me. Like, I'm not. I don't. Like, I feel like it's for what? I'm so freaking nice to people, and I feel like I could be a bitch. I know I can. And I speak my mind. I know I do. But, like, when it comes down to if I care about somebody, they always know that I care about them. There is never a doubt in their mind that I care. But why am I going through this? I deserve better. I deserve better. You understand? I don't deserve to be hurt. I don't deserve to have problems piled on top of problems. I know all the stuff that I'm going through right now is like the trials and tribulations, and I have to go through it to become a better person, a bigger person, and stronger than I was yesterday. I know that's what the case is. I'm keeping my head up and I'm making sure, but as of now in this current situation, I feel so freaking overwhelmed, y'all. Like, it's ridiculous. And this is not the first time I came on camera and been crying. It's not for attention. I just need to vent. Like, I don't get to talk to people like that. Like, and I don't feel like it. Like, here I can say what I want to. There's no judgment. There's no eyes. Nothing. Like, nobody in the comments can make me feel any type of way. I just want to get this off of my chest because I promise that somebody else is going through the same crap. Or I promise that some people have gone through this. I deserve to be treated like a queen. The queen that I am. I promise that. I feel like, and I was just telling my homegirl at work, I'm like, look, like, I deserve, the world. Like, let me tell you something. I take care of my son by myself. 1, I'm a great parent. That's for 2. You understand what I'm saying? I make sure that my son comes before anything. Like, that takes precedence over anybody. You understand? I'm a hard worker. Like, I make sure I bust my behind to get what I want, to do what I want to do, to make sure my son is happy. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I make sacrifices. I do the things I need to do. I'm very independent. I take care of myself. I don't ask for handouts. If I need something, I bust my behind and I go get it. Period. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you don't find too many females that do that. Everybody wants somebody to take care of them. I'm not doing that because I know how to take care of myself. Do I want a man to spoil me? Yes, I do. Like any normal person, but at the same token, like, I'm not in need of anybody to take care of me because I will always make sure that me and mine are taken care of. You understand what I'm saying? I have a big heart. I always try to look out for other people. You understand what I'm saying? Like, regardless of, like, I don't let people walk over me. But I do have, like, a big heart. I have compassion for people. I'm understanding to people's feelings and how what they're going through. And I try to think past the exterior of people. So I know for a fact that I'm a good person because I could be doing so much far more worse than what I'm doing. Like, I don't steal. I don't kill. I don't lie. I don't cheat. None of that. You understand? So I don't feel like I deserve this, but I understand that this is preparing me to be as strong mentally for the person I'm supposed to be. Well, that's how I look at things to make it more positive on myself. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just a lot. Like, and I feel like him not talking to me, like, this is the second time he's done this since my cousin has passed away. And, like, I feel like it's just bad timing. You did it the first time. You should have just stayed the fuck going. Like, stayed going and left me the hell alone. Like, I'm already gone. Like, people just look at me because I'm always like, I do be in a good mood. But I like to laugh. I like to stay happy because who wants to be crying every 4 minutes? Not me. Honestly, I don't. I don't want to be crying every 4 goddamn minutes. But, you know, like, sometimes I have to sit and I have to recollect on everything that I'm going through. I try to keep a smile on my face, but like the happiest people are usually the saddest on the inside. That's usually how it is, or the most disturbed on the inside. And it's I want to vent. I don't want to keep bottling this stuff in because me bottling this in is making me bitter. And I'm starting to get angry. You understand? Like, I was tired today at work because I didn't really get no sleep. I haven't been getting no sleep. I've been so freaking busy. I have not had a chance to even sit. You understand? And I just was like being so snappy and just like bitter. Like, everything started to come to a head at once. And I just felt like I wanted to punch everybody at my job in their face. Everything that they were saying is usual crap that they're saying, but it was pissing me off because I'm so overwhelmed. I feel so, like everything is just weighing on me. And then, like, my living situation. Like, okay, it's granted, I live with, you know, family or whatever, blah, blah. My mom moved out. Now, my mom was, like, more of, like, the backbone because, like, if they weren't paying their bills, she made up for what they wasn't paying for. But I'm not about to do that. I'm not. So, I'm in the process of looking for my own stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I need to make sure that me and my son are okay. Like, I cannot play with people that don't want to pay rent, who don't want to pay bills, who don't want to be responsible, who don't want to be adults, who don't want to grow up. It's all adults in there. Only child in that house, only children in that house is my son, my sister's daughter, and my sister's son. Everybody else is adults. So, I'm not making up slack. I'm not doing what my mother was doing because I'm not doing that. That's not fair to me. I break my back for my money. People don't want to go to work. They won't want to get up. They don't want to ask for more hours. None of that stuff is happening. And they're expecting things to be handed to them, and it's not okay. My mom is the backbone of that. But she got her own stuff, which means she got more bills piled on to what she got going on. She shouldn't be having to come out of pocket. She should be relaxing. We are grown. All of us are freaking grown. Now, we did the whole everybody stay in the same house kind of thing because, like, it's cheap. Y'all already know, like, if y'all out here living, it's expensive. It's hard to live on your own like it is. I can do it. I have the money to do it. I have the money for my security. I got money to move out. I got money to travel. I got money to do this stuff. I got money to get out on my own. I definitely do. But, like, come on. Then what life do I have? I want to take trips. I want to take my son to see stuff, like, outside of this country. I want to do stuff. I want to live. Like, when I was a teenager, my mother got locked up, and my mother was locked up for, like, pretty much 5 years. You understand what I'm saying? So I had to grow up. I didn't get to be a teenager like I wanted to be. I didn't do all the parties and, you know, all the crap that I had to grow up. So I was paying bills. Like, when I was, like, 14, going on 15, I had a job. And from there, I was paying myself up. But after that, grandma needed help with the lights or with the cable or whatever the hell. So I was paying bills. My siblings, not so much. My older brother, no. It was me. You understand what I'm saying? And I want to live my life. Like, I'm still going to be a parent. I'm still going to be responsible, pay my bills. I'm still going to go to work like I'm supposed to. But when it's time for me to have my free time and time for me to breathe, I want to be able to do that. So, living in this situation, to people, like, it's like, okay, you're 29, you living at home. Like, it sounds bad, but, like, in society today and what we got going on today, people wish they could be where I'm at in my predicament. My family is close enough that we can live with each other without it being no crazy discrepancies and people, you know, doing whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I'm okay with that. Like, I used to be embarrassed a little bit about even saying it. But then I'm like, you know what? No. Because people will love to be in my predicament, to save money, to be able to go places. Like, people are living check to check to pay these rents and stuff like that because they don't have it. But I do have it to do this with these people. You understand what I'm saying? So, I don't want to take that away from myself. But if I have to, I will. Just for me and my son's sake. It's just... trips are going to be cut less. I'm not going to be doing 3 trips a year or whatever. It'd be cut down to probably 1 or something along those lines. But sacrifices, like I said before. You understand where I'm going with this? Like, it's a lot on my mind, y'all. It is a lot. And I just feel like, don't you ever feel like people just won't understand where you're coming from? Like, they don't get you. Nobody's gonna feel the way that you feel. Like, I know that everybody, deals with death and stuff differently, but me, like, I don't know. I'm not used to it. Like I said, my family is very small, and the people that are in my family, we ain't dropping like flies. So for me to lose a close cousin like that, that really stung. So I try not to think about it, but like it keeps popping up. Today at work, I know I was going through it because I was thinking about this boy at work, or whatever, this dude at work. I'm thinking about him and how like he just stopped talking to me. I'm thinking about that. And we just had a discussion about that. I'm like, look, you have to let me know. Give me some type of peace and let me know, like, hey, this is what's going on. Or, hey, I don't want to talk to you no more. Because in anything else, I'm going to assume everything. That's not right. That's not fair for me. Just had me out here looking stupid. And I was good off not even talking to you no more. But then you come back and you start to butter me back up and make me feel good. And make me feel like, okay, well, maybe me and him going to do this. We will be a real good couple because he works hard. He busts his ass to get what he wants. You understand? He's very responsible with his money. Same with me. So I feel like we'll be a pair. And he's good with kids. Good with kids. He always asks about my son. I can say way more positive things about him than I can negative, honestly. But you will not make me feel like that. I promise I'm not going to be doing that. No. If your intentions are different or weird or off the meat racket, I'm not with it. I'm not doing it. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to smile. I deserve for somebody to take care of me like I'm supposed to. I promise y'all, if Dan was my type, that is exactly who I would marry. Because Dan does what a man is supposed to do. He feeds me and my child. He makes sure me and my child are always good. Anything that I bring up, he gets. Anything that I mention, he does. If I need something, he has my back for it. Get in a place, he's already prepared to put his name on crap to give me money for. He is always prepared to do whatever. And I really appreciate that. See, like, this is why I used to be so upset, because I used to pray to God. Now, I've never really mentioned this to y'all, but I'm mentioning it now because I know probably like, why aren't you with Dan? Why aren't you with Dan? I just don't feel it. And I don't want to settle. I'm not going to say, let's be together and I'm miserable, because it's not who I want or who I want to be with. He does everything that he does is what I want from a guy, but I just don't want it from him. And I hate to feel that way. And I used to pray about it. I used to be like, God, can you please make me feel the same way he feels about me so I can feel the same way about him? I promise I prayed about it, because he's a great guy. A great guy. So I always said after I figured out like that's not who I wanted to be with, if you're not Dan or better, I don't want to date you. This guy was on his Dan shit. But he lacked in certain areas, and I cannot. There is no lacking. You either Dan or better, and that's it. Like, that's it. And then like my aunt always saying stuff like, you're gonna wish you did, and wish I did what? Settled. Made sure that I forced myself to be with somebody I didn't want to. He would hate me if I decided to be with him because I felt like it would be beneficial to me. That's not fair to him. Why would I do that to my friend? Why would I do that? People always bring up the fact that like, oh, you're being stupid. And like, y'all don't understand. Like, I can do that. I can definitely say, let's be together and we can be together. But I will really ruin his heart. I really would, because I know for a fact I've never cheated on a guy before, but I promise I will cheat on him. I know I will. I can feel it. Because he's not who I want. We don't have that spark. Our friendship, we tight. But anything other than that is just not there for me. That bothered me we've known each other for 3 years now. That bothered me for the past 3 years, that I was not up to, speed with him or on the same note as him. You know how that feels to see that somebody that's good for you is dangling right in your face, but you don't want them. It makes you feel like crap. That's how I felt, y'all. That's exactly how I freaking felt. Like crap. I didn't know how to handle the situation because I didn't want to hurt his feelings. I didn't want to just, and it started to irritate me because I started being irritable with him because he was like kind of like pushing the envelope, and I'm like, no, I'm very honest and very upfront. When I figured out that that's not what I wanted, I told him right away. Him having my back is because that's what he wants to do. I do not ask him for anything. I don't force him to do anything. He does what he does for me because he chooses to. My aunt's like, Donna, you shouldn't accept anything from him. If this man wants to do this stuff, let me explain something to y'all. So my windows he's about to tint my windows on my car. I didn't ask him for it, nothing. I told him I wanted to get black rims for my car and I wanted to tint my windows. That will complete my car because I really love my car or whatever. And he went and put a down payment on getting tints on my car. I didn't tell him to do it. I didn't ask him to do it. I didn't force him to do it. The man went and put a down payment. What I'm going to say, no, take the down payment away. And go, like, no. I want tints on my car. So if my friend wants to do that for me and he feels like that will make me happy and that makes him happy to do that, why would I stop that from him? Why would I stop him from doing something like that? Me and him, we already went past. We did this before. When in the beginning, I'm like, stop. Don't do this and blah, blah, blah. We went back and forth about it. And he does not care what I say. If he wants to do it, he's going to do it. I can't stop that man from doing it. And I want him as my friend. It has nothing to do with what he don't have to buy me crap. It's the fact that he's there for me. That's why I love him as a friend. Because he's there for me. He makes sure me and my son go. When I was in that hospital, when I got my SRS, guess who was sitting right there at my bedside? Him. You understand what I'm saying? When I went through any of my doctor's appointments, he took me to those doctors. Not that I couldn't take myself. He asked, "Do you want me to come with you? Why not have, some support?" That's why I love him. That's why he's still around. Because people keep asking me, why you still talk to him if you don't want to be with him? Because that's my friend. So I should cut him off because of me not wanting him. Y'all sound stupid. Not y'all, but like the people that saying this shit, shut up. Because people want me to be in that predicament where they are. Or they feeling envious because like, oh, you get this and that, but you're using him. Like, I'm not using him. I make my own money. I make good money. You understand what I'm saying? Even regardless of the stuff that I go through, I live at home too. Like, I make pretty good money. I can do whatever he's doing for me for myself. I'll do it on my own time. But he wants to do it. I'm not stopping him. We already went through that. So I've learned to let him do what he wants to do. Just like he lets me do what I want to do. Summed it all up, right? Okay. So I pretty much got everything off my chest. I feel better. I do. Less tears, more, clear thoughts. I wanted to get that off my chest. I wanted to let you guys know what was coming from my point of view. This was a good episode. But I'm home and I do need to get some sleep because I have not slept and I'm so freaking tired. So, thanks for listening, y'all. I really hope that y'all made it to the end of this video because it's a very lengthy video and I'm posting all of this. So, neither here nor there. All the videos at the top, make sure you guys click on those because the past videos that you have missed. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button because you will not be disappointed, okay? Turn the notification bell. It is down here. Turn it on to get everything that I post because my posts are on point. I just want to say that I love you guys. Be true to you. Peace.